Hello, I'm so happy I got a hold of you. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Lucious Showcase. I am Lucious T, and welcome to week 4 of Monster Madness Month. This week, we're taking a look at a game that's actually a childhood game of mine. You already know what it is the title. Let's not waste any more time, let's check it out. All Real Monsters was not my favorite Nicktoon growing up, but I did enjoy it. It was part of the second wave of Golden Age Nickelodeon cartoons like Angry Beavers, Hey Arnold, and Cat Dog. Now, I vaguely remember playing the Sega Genesis version first on the Sega Channel, but I of course picked up the Super Nintendo version cause fanboy. Yeah, that really needed explaining. No one knew that. And that's kind of where my memory fails me. Honestly, I'm a little worried. Something tells me this game might not be that good. Let's dive in.
There's a lot of games out there, some of which you've never even heard of. That's where I come in. I'm Lucious T. I've been playing games since the age of 2, and I have no life. This is retroactive.
Well, I thought I remembered either beating or hating this game, and it took me about 20 seconds to figure out which one it was. This game is awful. Now you control all 3 of the monsters at once and can cycle through them with the shoulder buttons. Each has a different movement speed, jump height, and special group ability. Ickis can do a hard-to-judge group leap, Oblina can climb on top of everyone to sometimes reach places, depending on if you jump off at the right time, and Crumb can hit his eyeball to scan other areas of the stage. Now, Ickis also has the ability to use his ears to float on fans and sometimes be able to move up them. Crumb, sadly, who was always my favorite, has terrible movement and jump speed and is pretty much all around useless. Now, all the characters have a scare ability that clears the entire stage and does big damage to bosses. All can also throw garbage. Unless you have the fishbones, you throw generic garbage. But the presence of the fishbone counter led me to believe that once you ran out of bones, you had no ammo. So I was very sparingly using them at first. This is wrong. You just do more damage with the fishbones, aka enemies take 2 hits to die instead of 3. But that's it. The game tries to be pretty faithful to the show at least, I'll give it that. You collect things like garbage and jars of toenails, stage goals are dirty sneakers and cups of coffee. Unfortunately, stage design is horrible and makes you want to kill yourself. Firstly, the game is too zoomed in. Enemies shoot you from off-screen way too often. Everything hurts you, and of course, the game has fall damage to make things worse. Health is far and very few between, and doesn't heal you for much, and all your characters share the same life bar. That makes Crumb even more useless. Blind falls abound, blind jumps abound, you have to crouch to look down, which just slows the pace, and is just a very poorly designed game. You have these arrows that will rotate and point you where to go, giving you the illusion that the stage has multiple pathways. In reality, it just confuses you more. Now each stage seems like a mishmashed maze, and there is not a single thing in this game that is fun to do. Even the screen clearing scares aren't fun because they are so limited. And oh, by the way, you have limited continues too. I wanted to put this game down 20 minutes in, but I persisted and made it through about half of this game before I threw in the towel. Now each section of the game is comprised of about 5 stages. The first 1 or 2 are in the sewers, then you enter the main area. The 3 I saw were the school, the post office, and the museum. Now the museum was just too much BS for me to handle. I honestly don't even want to talk more about this shitfest. It controls bad, the mechanics are boring, and the whole thing is a cheap cash-in that sadly worked on 8-year-old Luke. No wonder I don't remember this game. I was suppressing a bad decision. Time for some Lucious metrics. Game design. Not without merit. The game may be a cash-in, but it was definitely made by someone who knew, or at least researched the show. Collectibles are accurate, you travel through toilets, and the way the monsters behave are fitting, even if it makes Crumb useless. They even have cameos by Grumble between stages. You can even manipulate his eyes too, which is fun for about 5 seconds. Sadly, the game is just too boring and hard to play to enjoy any of it. Playability. Some of the worst I've ever seen. Mechanics don't consistently work, abilities are confusing, enemies can see you long before you see them, everything hurts you, and health is rare. This game has every bad choice you can imagine for playability, and it was made for kids! This is unacceptable. Cost of entry. Sell it. If it wasn't a childhood game, it would be so gone. Do not buy this. Sell it. Storytelling. Lazy. The monsters are trying to pass a test, so they need to accomplish 5 scares, which make up the levels. It fits the show, but it is lazy, just like most everything else in this game. All Real Monsters is a scary game. Scary because I likely spent $60 on this crap back in 1995. I haven't played a worse game for this show in the 4 years since I've been doing this. If I was prone to cussing and destroying games, I would sum this game up in one word. Ass. Taking all that into account from the perspective of a binge-playing game finisher, I give this my Lucious T recommendation of skip it. And there you have it. That's it for this week, guys. Thank you for joining me. What a terrible game this was. I don't recommend this to anyone, not even for a laugh. When you think of bad Super Nintendo games, this is right up there. I had so many experiences like this when I was a kid. It's probably the reason why I didn't start collecting Super Nintendo games. And this one was so bad that I didn't even remember it. So yeah, don't pick this up, don't play it, just don't even look at it, it's that bad. So yeah, they succeeded in making the scariest game I've ever played. So that's it for this week. I'm done talking about it. As a tease for next week, I'm going to be taking a look at a game for the final week of Monster Man this month. You get 5 this month because there's 5 Tuesdays. It will be on something to do with a world. Yeah. So yeah, once again, I release a new video every Tuesday. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you can see all my videos. And once again, it's been so nice getting a hold of you. Take care.